Hey family, hope everybody is doing well. Got a couple of stories that I want to share with you. They're along the same lines but a little different, but it's still tied to preparation. I'm sure everybody's been hearing the stories about the drones. I don't know what to make of the drone story. I'm getting ready to put my tinfoil hat on. This is a disclaimer. If you know about my tinfoil hat, then rock with me. If you do not, then just understand that tinfoil hat is just another name for I'm getting ready to go and try to figure out what the devil is going on. But I don't have any concrete evidence whatsoever. So everything is allegedly, maybe, could be, might be, I don't know, but we just going to talk it out. And I'll just share with you some of my thoughts. And then we could just hold tight to them and see if they come to fruition. So, I know everybody been seeing all the stuff on the news about the drones. Now, I'm suspicious because the mainstream media is talking about the drones. I'm suspicious because nobody knows where they're coming from. Nobody knows what they're doing, but people are seeing them. People are recording them. People are putting them on social media. Everybody's talking about them. We know there are special government projects for certain appointed times to use as tactics, either for distraction while they do other things in other parts of the world that folks need to be looking away from, i.e., like the U.S., Israel, and Turkey attacked Syria a couple days ago, but nobody's talking about it. That type of thing, or something else is going on someplace else that we really need to be focusing on that's tied to end time prophecy or is tied to something else, but they have us distracted. So I kind of feel like this UFO story is a Fast Freddy. um, I can't say a hoax, but it's planned chaos, just say that, a planned distraction. Um, I'm not sure. I kind of just feel like things are not working out for the powers the way that they want them to, because the Most High is intervening and not allowing the things that they want to happen in the way that they intend for them to happen. So I just kind of feel like everything is rushed. They throwing everything at us but the kitchen sink, and I just feel like some of the stuff that they are doing is not working. Now, there was a video, and I will put a link to it. I'm not going to show it, on JWTV's channel, about folks talking about these drones having trails coming from them as if they're spraying something, kind of like these planes do during the day. You go outside and they're spraying X's on top of your house. I mean, I went outside this morning. They were so low, I could have reached out and touched them if I was a little taller. Like, that's just how low they are flying. So it makes me think that they are spraying something with the hopes of us getting ill. I don't have any proof whatsoever, but I just can't imagine what they're spraying on us outside of weather modification, which is a strong possibility. And I do have a video talking about that as well. And that's another subject that I want to talk about, because these drones are being seen in areas where the weather is supposed to be the worst for, you know, the holiday season, anytime between the 20th and the 25th. Like lots of snow, very cold from the deep south, like South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, on up to New York, New Jersey, Canada, the parts of uh, the Midwest. And so with that, we need to be preparing for a lot of different things, and that's what I want to talk about. So we don't know what's getting ready to happen, but it's too much stuff happening for something not to happen. Now, I don't know what the thing is that we need to be paying attention to that's going to happen, but a lot of things are probably going to happen. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the cases of walking pneumonia that have increased, which come from bacteria, which come from, could be bioweapon. We don't know who's spraying it. We don't know where it comes from. But I'm just putting things out there that are known about. People are complaining about being ill in some of these northern states where these drones are being spotted. These drones are being spotted pretty much in all 50 states. And I will admit, during Hurricane Helene, me and my friend were sitting out one night. It was like right after the day the power went out that night. We were sitting outside. It was hot. We were just sitting outside looking up in the sky. And we just started seeing these things moving around. And they were really high. And I was like, "Do you see that?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not crazy." Neither one of us bothered to record because, of course, when you try to use your cell phone to record stuff, it don't come out right. I ain't seen a good video or nothing yet. Uh, for me, it's just like you hear people talking and narrating in the background, but like I'm looking, I don't know. So I just didn't bother about recording because I know how I feel when I see a recording. It's like, why nobody can't get a good picture of Bigfoot? Just all the things that people say they see and then they try to record and the video don't ever come out good. So I was one of those skeptical people thinking people would be skeptical of my video. So I didn't bother about recording. But I do have a witness that sat next to me and was like, "Yeah, I see it." And we watched it for about like 30 minutes. And then I was like, I'm getting ready to quit looking because I don't see nothing until I get with you. You always seeing stuff. And I was like, that's because I'm chosen to see things. And now apparently you must be chosen to see them too because you with me. Tag, you it. So anyway, um, there are a lot of things going on. And so I wanted to come to you to talk about these mystery drone um, sightings, the federal briefings, and all the theatrics around hearings and stuff. Don't get tied up into that. It don't mean nothing. To me, if these things are up in the air and don't nobody know where they came from, and there are so many, like we don't know what they are. We don't know if they are aliens. We don't know if they're fallen angels. We don't know if they are things that our own government has used in the field, in the military, and they're getting ready to use them on us. We don't know. We don't know if this is something Bill Gates of hell done created to spray us with stuff so they can have complete and total control over us. We don't know. We don't know. We just know what we got to pray. I know that much. We got to pray. I'm not going to play this particular video because it is from CBS News and it's probably going to do a copyright strike. But I will put a link to all these videos in the description so that you are able to look at all of them yourself. Or I will put them in the comments so that you can go and look at them. Um, but the next story that I want to bring to you is about, and this is fair use. I'm going to Okay, so anyway, I don't want to play too much of that, but there are lots of earthquakes happening in the U.S. They had a big one in California last week. I don't know, maybe earlier this week, like a 7.0, and then I think a 6 point something. So remember the Deagle report. Remember 2025. A lot of stuff's supposed to happen. A lot of people are not supposed to be here. If the big one happens and it starts over there, ends up over here, it could change, how everything is just in a matter of, a couple of minutes, or days, because the aftershocks could do a lot. So we need to be prepared for that. I don't know what this means, but there's just been a lot of seismic activity, and because we have fallen angel technology, children of the corn, tinkering and doing all kinds of things to try to destroy this planet before the Most High comes back, we don't know how those things will impact us. So as best you can, make sure you prepare. And I don't know how you prepare. You prepare to be without infrastructure. You prepare to, perhaps live outside. Uh, have non-perishable food so you can cook outside. Have tools so that you can cut wood and make fires and cook and sterilize water if you need to. Those types of things. So those are things that you really need to be thinking about. And I know a lot of people like, why I gotta be thinking about all this stuff? Because we living in the end times. If you read your Bible, it told you everything was going to happen. The earth was going to quake and shake. We're going to have pestilences and plagues and famines. People going to be acting crazy. And fallen angels, devils, spirits, principalities going to be flying around everywhere, doing everything, using people, animals, whatever it can use to torment us. So you just got to be ready. We got to make it past the sword and endure to the end. So this is part of equipping us to do so. Talking about a lot of the challenges, the natural things that can impact us, the physical things that could impact us, the things that are man-made or natural. We just don't know. But what you do know is you got to be ready. And when it happens, it's too late to get ready. So you have to be thinking, forward thinking, what do I do in the event something happens? I suggest everybody have some type of thing that they can carry things out by hand. If you got to leave an area, your car doesn't work or you can't get gas, you need to have a wagon or cart or suitcase with wheels to be able to move things that are precious and valuable for survival. And make sure everybody has something that they can help the process. Shouldn't be just one person. And I know it's a lot to come up with in such a short period of time if you have not been prepping. If you have been prepping, if there's something that you haven't been thinking about, get something with some wheels on it so you can pull it, and make sure it's not too heavy so you can't pull it or push it if you need to. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is that this is another CBS New York story, so I can't play it. There are mysterious drone sightings in New York and 2 other states. So again, I don't know what this was happening, but it's happening, and everybody needs to be ready for it. You don't know if these things are going to start shooting at us, setting stuff on fire. Um, some of the movies have where they have beams and they zap people up in them. Some people have been complaining about frequencies. I happen to believe the frequency theory because at night my head hurts so bad on one side, and it's just every night, same time. It usually just starts. So I don't know. You can't see frequencies, you can't hear them, but you can feel them. Sometimes you can hear them, but I'm super sensitive, so I don't know if that's the case, but I know at night I can tell something is happening because every night for the last, you know, 2 weeks or so, I've been getting headaches, same place, over my temple, behind my eyes, hurting, aching. And it's not all night, but it starts at a certain time. And I noticed since it's been cold, just a lot of things have been happening with my body. So I have been preparing for inclement weather, for illnesses, and a lot of people are starting to get the sniffles, sore throats, etc. Especially if they are outside. You know, a lot of people smoke and they smoke outside. Well, you're outside inhaling the stuff. If you have an air conditioning unit or HVAC unit, and you turn it on, whatever is coming from outside is coming into your house. So we just got a lot of things that we have to contend with right now. In addition to worrying about what new devil is in the sky, what is it? Is it ours? Is it somebody else's? Is it friendly? What is not friendly? What is it gonna do? When is it gonna do it? What is it gonna look like or feel like? And how come don't nobody know nothing? Why people can just fly over this country and nobody knows nothing? You know, don't make you feel safe. Don't make you feel like you have a government. Doesn't make you feel like you have people that are elected to work for the American people. A hearing is nothing. This is nothing. Like, you know, having a hearing about UFOs and these things are flying all over the place. I just can't even imagine. You know, I can't tell you how ridiculous it is. But if you don't know that this country is sold out by now, I don't know what to say for you. It's a done deal. Um, it's a done deal. All right. So the next story that I want to share with you is that Ocean County Sheriff says that he saw at least 50 drones coming the off the ocean. People, these things have been coming out of the water. Um, I just don't know what to say. So for just to tell you, they say these things have been coming out of the water. Um, what they're doing, we don't know. Who they're going to target, we don't know. Black people need to be prepared wherever, because we know don't nothing never like us. It always managed to mess with us. So that's the other reason that I'm talking about it, because it's interesting the timing of all of this right before January 20th. So um, just keep in mind that nobody knows nothing. And you can't trust anybody because people don't know nothing. And it seems like nobody's trying to find out nothing. So if nobody knows nothing and nobody's trying to find out nothing, you know, you just don't know what to think. But a lot of people aren't even paying attention to these stories. How scary and ridiculous it is that these things are flying over the country and nobody knows nothing. We have the best everything in the world, but nobody know nothing. Get out of here. Get out of here. And we know you can't fly no drone, and not a drone big as a Volkswagen or big as a car. And nobody in the government don't know what it is. So if they don't know what it is, it must be theirs, and they can't tell you because they doing something. Uh, or they in cahoots with somebody and they know who it belongs to still, but we can't do nothing about it. Or they can't do anything about it because it's some type of exercise. In any event, you need to be paying attention. Um, and you need to be ready to flee if you got to flee. We just don't know. It could be a situation like Maui. Stuff just started catching on fire and you got to move. I don't know. I'm just bringing the news. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. So this next story I will be able to bring to you because it's not from a news entity that might hit me with a copyright infringement uh, allegation. So this is talking about the weather. And as you can see, it says they're breaking down a big weather pattern change that will bring the return of the warmer than average weather to much of the United States. But several storms will occur over the next 10 days. These will bring some additional snowfall, rain, and potentially some ice to the Midwest. So we have um, had cold weather here, and it hasn't been this cold really all year. So everybody is like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" So I'm gonna skip to the temperature and snowfall outlook. I'm sorry, y'all. Commercials, commercials. Okay, so I wanted to share with you this because those of us who live in the South. Hey, be quiet, Sarah. Mhm. Okay, so I want to share the story with you because uh, we don't know what the weather is going to be like, and some predictions are it's going to be cold and we could get snow anywhere between the 20th and 25th. Then some people are like, oh, we're going to be okay. It's just going to be cold. But if you remember the cold weather that hit Texas, people were without power. They were not prepared because it doesn't get that cold. So I just want to remind you that you don't know what's going to happen. Just like we didn't know with Hurricane Helene that it was going to knock our power out and we would have uh, power outages for 5 days to 2 weeks. Some of us, we didn't know. We don't live close to the ocean, and they didn't tell us to expect this. Don't be sitting around thinking that they are going to predict the weather correctly like they used to back in the day. Like, for whatever reason, they can't get their stuff together. And I don't know if it's because of weather modification or if it's intentional, but what we need to do is prepare. You need to be prepared for all kinds of things, including bad weather. All right, so the last story that I want to share with you is about a UFO drone crash in New Jersey. Now, I can play some of this video for you because this is just a YouTuber like me. Um, but I just found this story very interesting and I want to share it with y'all because something is going on. Don't know what it is, but I don't know if I just don't know. I'm just say that I don't know. So, y'all ever notice that it's nobody but the children of the corn who all have all the insight on all of this type of stuff? Like, and then when they start talking about their connections to this entity and that entity, it's just like, you's are op and we are mark. So, uh, allegedly, possibly, I don't know. But I just want to say it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of weird stuff going on. Y'all need to pay attention and you need to be ready. I don't know what this distraction is, what this noise is. It could just be white noise and we need to be looking in another direction, which I'm a firm believer we need to. Anytime something's on the mainstream media, it just means that either we've been talking about it so much that they have to talk about it, or it means that they want us to talk about it because they want us distracted and looking someplace else. In any event, y'all got to prep because 2025 is here. They're getting ready to pull out all the stops. We don't know what's going to happen, but we know a lot of stuff has to happen in order for 200 and something million people to not be here in America in 2025. What is that? What could it be? What could take out a whole lot of people? It could be a bioweapon. It could be an act of war. It could be a terrorist attack, alleged or true. Um, it could be the Most High coming to collect folks. It could be judgment. It could be an earthquake. It could be the poles are shifting and the earth is ready to do its thing and change and make right what's wrong, get rid of some folk. We don't know. It could be famine. It could be the economic war. It could be physical war. World War III could start. It's already started, but it could go hot. Uh, I don't know. I don't even know. It's so much stuff. I don't even know what else to say. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so unreal. It's crazy. But a lot of people are seeing the same thing that I see, and so everybody has their lane. I'm not trying to take over anybody's lane. I'm just talking about some things that I see, but it's tied to the chaos that is needed to destabilize the world, destabilize the economic systems, to get people to fight each other, um, delete each other, while the elites sit back and watch all the things that they've orchestrated come to pass, uh, so that they can have the world that they want. So instead of playing checkers, play chess. Be thoughtful in everything you do. Take care of yourselves. Get what you need for yourself and your family, and for some other people. Be prepared to help others. Continue to pray, repent, seek the Most High in everything that you do. Fast. We need to be fasting because we don't know what's coming. Uh, Again, clear your friend pool, your family pool, your social circles. If they're not people who are going to be reliable or helpful or of use if something happens, you probably should just go ahead and drop them. Um, prep, prep. Get the things that you need for your house. Get the things that you need for your health. Health is wealth. If you sick, you can't do nothing. If you sick and people relying on you, you can't do anything. If you didn't prepare, the people that are relying on you gonna be mad and looking at you crazy. You don't want your wife or your husband talking trash to you when things are going bad, because they will. We just human. I'm just telling you like it is. So be risk management focused. Think about all the risks to your family, to yourself, to your uh, housing, to your transportation, to your property, and move accordingly, because we clearly don't have time between these bans and these tariffs, economic collapse, a push towards digital currency and the beast system, Project 2025, civil unrest for this election, a collapse of Babylon. It's just too much to even think about. It got my head hurting. Then you got the coin everywhere, mixing up, being used by the adversary, doing stuff. Just don't make no sense. Just don't make no sense. I feel like a saint that is worn out. And I know this is just the beginning, but I'm tired already. So, y'all just prepare for a lot of different things. And, be realistic. I know some people think, oh, nothing gonna happen till 2030. Shh. Everything I done seen they said was gonna happen is happening right now. And I think it's gonna be live January 20th, January 21st. It's gonna be popping. Um, it's gonna be popping. So you only have a very limited amount of time to do the things that you want to do. As far as prepping, you only have a limited amount of time before your money is not worth anything. As you can see, the prices of groceries are so expensive. Everything is more expensive than it was 2-3 years ago. You can't hardly afford to buy meat. Dry goods are expensive. Dairy is expensive. I mean, things that you don't need, like alcohol, that ain't expensive. Sodas, you can't even enjoy little simple, creature comforts like chips and things like that no more. That stuff is expensive. And even in stores that are supposed to be discount stores, they're expensive. Um, Now, again, I don't recommend us eating a whole bunch of junk because now the whole planet is toxic and infested with bad stuff. But I mean, we got to try to survive this. And sometimes you might just want a Snicker bar or some cheese crackers or chocolate cake. I don't know, candy, whatever your thing is that you go to when you need comfort. It could be something very simple, but those things are going to be really expensive soon. So you need to put those things away, or you need to make sure you put things in your arsenal to take care of yourself in the event you are ill, like medications, things for colds and flus. You need to have a medicinal garden or medicinal herbs. You can have dry herbs, but try to get you some fresh ones as well so that you can make your teas and your tinctures if you need to. Get hard copy books because when the internet goes down, and your money is not working, your car don't work, you don't have power, you're not gonna be able to buy anything. So y'all try to take care of as much business as you can, as quickly as you can, because time is winding down, and as it winds down, every day you wait, your money is less valuable. The prices of things are going up every day, and the world is getting crazy. So we're collateral damage, and we're all we got. So we're not communicating with each other and talking to each other and trying to help each other navigate this stuff. Then doing anything else right now is just worthless. So I'm not trying to waste my time on talking about anything that's not of substance. I'm not for bickering. I'm not talking about nothing unless it's helping my people and trying to help as many Gentiles as we can, not only come to the Most High, understand who we are as Israelites, but also navigate these sorrows and woes that are getting ready to come, because the woes are coming. Just pray we are found worthy to escape, and pray that the Most High makes wherever we are a Goshen and comforts us, covers us, and helps us, helps trouble to pass over us. That's what we want. Even if we have to be in the midst of it, let it pass us by so that it doesn't touch us. All right. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it so that others can see the content, understand what is coming, and be aware of all the devices of the adversary, because he is busy. He is on his job. He is winning. The saints are not paying attention, or the pseudo fake saints. They don't even know what's coming. They don't even know what's happening. And that is by design. So be grateful you are awakened. And y'all continue to prep, continue to pray, continue to seek the Most High, work out your salvation, fast. On the 25th and the 31st, we're fasting for this next year, and for whatever the adversary has for us. We need to do it corporately because so much is happening. It's got my head spinning. So I'm going to end this video now. Please leave your comments in the comment section if you've seen anything, if you know anything, if you desire to share with others some things that maybe I didn't mention. Make sure you mention those things. It's been a long journey, and everybody is exhausted. So I know I'm tired. It's just like one thing after the next, and I can't understand why we have to go through this, except for without pain. You can't learn, and this is a very painful, stressful time. So y'all take care, get some rest, and remember, we are not moving in fear, we're moving in faith. But faith without work is what? Dead. So you got to work to survive. You got to work to endure to the end. You just can't believe the Most High gonna come and rescue you or protect you. He can do that. But he is also requiring some things of you. And he sent prophets to tell you, and teachers and elders to teach you, to lead you, to show you um, of the things that are of importance. And they're not in any particular, I didn't mention them in any particular order. But you need to be ready. And you need to be getting yourself ready. It's not anybody else's responsibility. It is your responsibility. So you can't blame anybody except yourself if you're not ready. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm out.